Are you thinking of selling your home as is in Sonoma County? You're not alone. This question comes up all the time, especially from sellers who feel overwhelmed by the idea of repairs, inspections, and staging. If you're starting a to-do list that feels longer than your driveway and wondering if it's even worth the effort, this video is for you. I'm Nadia Alrawi, a real estate broker here in Sonoma County, and I help homeowners just like you, many of whom have lived in their homes for decades, navigate the selling process in a way that's smart, simple, and stress-reducing. Today, we're going to dive into what it actually means to sell your home as is, what the pros and cons are, and how to avoid common mistakes that could cost you thousands of dollars. Now let's start with the basics. When you list your home as is, you're essentially saying, I'm not going to make any repairs. What you see is what you get. It can be an honest, no-frills way to sell, especially if you're dealing with deferred maintenance, inherited properties, or just don't have the bandwidth for the pre-sale prep. But here's what many sellers don't realize. As is doesn't mean buyers won't still inspect the home. It doesn't mean you're off the hook legally, and it doesn't always mean a faster sale. As a matter of fact, California real estate is an as-is state. It simply means that there is no warranty for the buyer as long as the seller did not intentionally leave out any material facts that could impact the sale of the home. So as long as the seller disclosed any known facts, it's on the buyer to investigate. Now that we define the actual term as is, let's talk about what sellers really mean when they say as is. For example, I recently helped a seller in Oakmont who had lived in her home for over 25 years. The carpet was worn, the appliances were original, and there hadn't been any major updates. She was worried that buyers would be turned off or that she needed to spend tens and thousands of dollars before listing. Instead, we listed it as is, clearly communicating that the home's condition is priced strategically. We had multiple offers within days, and she didn't spend a dime on preparation. But that didn't happen by chance. We made sure all disclosures were ready, preemptively shared inspection reports, and set buyers' expectations from the start. Now that's the difference between listing as is and selling smart as is. Let's talk about trade-offs though. The biggest advantage of selling a home as is a peace of mind. You're not repainting walls, fixing plumbing, or rushing to get a house ready for list. You save time and in some cases money. It's especially helpful if you're selling a home after a loved one passes, dealing with physical limitations, or just don't want the stress of renovation. But the flip side is you may be limited by your buyer pool. Here in Sonoma County, many buyers, especially first-time home buyers, want turnkey properties. When they see a home listed as is, they may assume the worst: foundation problems, roof issues, or outdated systems. That can drive down the perceived value even if the house just needs cosmetic updates. Some buyers won't even tour it, and that's why marketing and pricing is key. If you're going to list as is, you need a clear strategy, not just we'll see and wait what happens. I always recommend still doing inspections ahead of time, roof, pests, and also a general home inspection if possible. That way you're in control of the narrative. You know what the issues are, and you're not caught off guard later when a buyer does their inspections and then is asking for a steep discount. I've always found that many as-is homes sell better when we highlight the potential, not just the problems. Think, bring your vision to life in this charming Santa Rosa bungalow, or opportunity knocks in this spacious Bennett Valley home with strong bones. Buyers respond to possibility, and with the right staging, sometimes just light decluttering or virtual staging, we can help them see that. Now you might be wondering, will I have to accept a lower offer? Maybe, but not always. I've had as-is homes fetch multiple offers when we hit the market at the right price. What's important is that you go into it knowing your numbers and your priorities. Don't just go for top dollars. There are other terms in the offer that can make them strong. But do you want top dollars or do you want ease? Are you okay waiting a few weeks, or do you want it to take off your plate right now? There's no right or wrong answer, just one that's right for you. I've had clients who were thrilled to avoid any renovations and headaches, and others who ended up doing some last-minute remodels. But you're still legally required to provide all mandated disclosures in California. That means you must be transparent about known issues, past repairs, and the general condition of the property. Don't try to hide anything, it's not worth the risk. Buyers will find out. Being upfront actually builds trust and it can speed up the escrow process. So is selling your home as is in Sonoma County a good idea? Well, it depends. If you want simplicity, speed, and less hassle, and you're okay with a slightly lower price, it could be a great fit. I'm Nadia from the California Home Collective, and I'm here to help you sell your home in Sonoma County, whether that means as is or polish it up to perfection.